I remember the Vahki talking really fast at times.
Surrender or run.
You like hamburgers with buns?
Surrender or run.
You eat Matoran for fun?
Surrender. Oh, forget it.
Welcome back to the recap review. Today I'm going to be looking over Greg Farshti's least favorite Bionicle characters and some pretty substandard clone sets. That's right, introducing the Vahki. From left to right we have set number 8618 Rorzak, 8616 Vorzak, 8615 Bordok, 1617 Zadok, 1619 Kirok, and 1614 Nurak. Since these are all exact clone sets, they all contain a piece count of about 32, and at time of release, were approximately $9. So we have Rakshi here. I mean Borak. No. But seriously, they're pretty much the exact same thing, and there are a lot of influences that these take from the Rakshi. As you can see, they even use the exact same main torso piece as the Rakshi did. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get into the pros and cons, starting off with the pros. Pros so have it, I would say that the gear function is 1. Now this, as using the aforementioned Rakshi torso piece, uses the same Rakshi gear function. So it works in a very similar pattern, but uses the 2003 Matoran torsos as the main carrier of this gear function. Another pro I would have to say would be the disc launching function. That's right, you have a disc in here. The disc numbers are unique to their own respective type of Vahki. Now, not saying that if you get one Vahki, you're going to get a different kind of disc. No, each Vahki has a particular type. If you get one Bordok, you're going to get a disc with this number on it. Every time. Anyway, you are supposed to push on the sides right here, and off we go. So that's pretty cool. I like how it's integrated into the head. Another pro I would have to say would be knees. That's right, we have knees still. So I'm glad to see those return. Now the pro would be the head articulation, because we got that now, and that's nice. We got some new pieces as well. They're used for mocking. A lot of new staff pieces, which are also cool. Now the pro would probably be the new recolors. We get recolors of the Tomata arms, which is also neat. Aforementioned collectibles. Another pro I would have to say would be the colors. Now the colors are new to 2004, being the dark shades. This is a feature shared with the Metru Tauren and the Toa Metru. We also get these weird eyes. They're not exactly transparent. Well, in some instances, they're kind of almost translucent, almost kind of. It's kind of weird. They don't really shine through very well in the light. Although these two, and this one, So all in all, they're good sets. I mean, they're solid. They do have a lot of good points to them. But let's get into the cons and why these are mediocre clone sets. Cons are as followed. No elbows. That's right, we're suffering from a Toamata syndrome. They literally use the Toamata's arms. No elbows, no moving ones at least. Also no wrists, so we can't have cool poses with the staves. Ah well. Another con would probably be the gear function, because it is similar to the Rakshi, very bleh. It just kind of flops around at times, so it makes posing very difficult. Another con I would have to say is their light stone-ish heads. These things are very weird. They are large, they are bulky, and it's just one blob of color. just right on their head. So that's a little bit distracting, especially since the colors contrast violently, especially with this one, and that one. Another con I would have to say is how plain they are, at least in their arms and legs. You have 3 pieces to complete this leg. With the Toametru, at least took 1, 2, 2, so 4, and 5, 6. 6 parts for 1 leg on Toametru. It only takes 3 for these. So they're very easy to construct and kind of boring at times. The arms are just 2 parts if you're not counting their shoulder connection points. Another con I would have to say is their weird looking torso. It's gappy, which is to be expected since it uses the Rakshi design. I don't even think the Rakshi were that gappy. Another con would be the posability in their head. It's difficult to pose them to the side. You can't go up at all, but down is very good. So, those are the cons summarized. They are not, I would personally think that the cons outweigh the pros. They're not interesting. They're great as having a yearly army, that's fine, but they're very plain, very substandard. You get one, you literally have all you need to get your Vahki experience. It's very similar to the Borak and Borakal. They're fine. The Borak were fine, but you got one, you pretty much knew what to expect. These, you should probably only get all of these if you're a real big collectionist and you love seeing all of them in a row like this. Now, obviously, this would not be a proper Vahki review if I did not mention their side function. So, let's do that. Yes. The Vahki's secondary mode of transport, 4 legs. Now, before you say anything, yes, this is an official LEGO thing. They actually showed you how to do this in the instructions. This isn't something I ingeniously thought up. So let me show you how. How to transform Vahki into the bane of any arachnophobic's existence. And my trusty assistant, Rozak. What you do, turn him around, turn the arms to his back, as so. Take the head, point it downward, and turn it around. Now, as creepy as that may seem, you now have the front end of this 4-legged walker. Now, take the legs, take the back of the foot, and put it up against this little notch here. As so. Rinse and repeat with the other leg, arch downward, and there you have it. Spider Vahki. But there you go. Honestly, that's about it. That has been the Vahki. They're not the worst sets out there, but they are certainly not the most interesting, which probably is why Greg doesn't like them, at least from a story standpoint. They're just mindless drones. And honestly, that is what they are. I hope you have liked this review, and if there has been anything that you wish I had said or mentioned or brought up as a pro or con, please let me know. I will definitely read it. Thank you for watching this review, and join me next week when I go after probably what would best be described as a Vahki cosplayer himself, the one, the only, former Toa, Nadiki. I hope to see you all there. Thank you very much for watching.